Listen to me very carefully. Right now, without putting it off, try to do one simple action. Just swallow your saliva. Do you feel something strange and sticky there? Deep in your throat? As if something is in the way. As if some invisible barrier is stuck there that you want to swallow, but it does not go away. And in the morning, do you wake up with this nasty mucus in your throat? Do you cough for 5 minutes until you clear your voice so it stops being hoarse? If you are 50, 60, or 70 years old, you have most likely already visited every ent doctor in your area. You were diagnosed with chronic pharyngitis. You were treated for chronic smoker's bronchitis, even though you have never held a cigarette in your life. You spend 1,000 rubles on sprays, endless lozenges, and gargles. You blame the environment, bad water, age, but what if I told you that all this time you have been treating the wrong thing and doing it the wrong way? What if I told you that your main enemy is not microbes and not age, but your own refrigerator? Yes, you have been treating your throat for years, but the problem is located 20 centimeters lower. I have spent 30 years at the operating table and in intensive care, and I will tell you directly, what you thought was a chronic cold is actually a betrayal by your own body, which you yourself pay for at the store. Today we will uncover the truth about things you considered healthy but that turn your stomach into an open Pandora's box. But before we begin this tough medical detective story, I want you to do one thing. If you want to live the second half of your life actively, without this constant lump in your throat and without dependence on the pharmacy counter, subscribe to my channel. We do not sell useless miracle drugs here. Here we teach you the rules for operating the human body. Click the subscribe button right now. This is your first step toward having your body work like a well-functioning machine for another 30 to 40 years. Done. Well done. Now, let's get to business. Listen. It's actually simple. Let's throw out Latin and complicated terms. Imagine that your stomach is a pot in which very aggressive acid is constantly boiling. This acid is needed to digest meat, kill bacteria, and extract vitamins. So that this acid does not spill out and burn everything around it, nature placed a sealed lid at the entrance to the stomacha-tight muscular ring that we call the sphincter, or simply a valve. Ideally, it works precisely. It lets food down, and then slams shut tightly. But after the age of 50, this spring in the valve begins to weaken. This is physiology. There is no escaping it. And this is where certain chemical substances come into play, which we ourselves throw in there. There are compounds called methylxanthines and specific essential oils. It sounds complicated, but in reality, it is just a sleeping pill for your valve. Imagine that your security guard at the checkpoint, instead of staying alert and guarding the entrance, drank a glass of vodka and fell asleep. The valve relaxes, becomes flabby, and a gap forms between it and the esophagus. Through this gap, acid does not always flow in a stream. It evaporates. Do you understand? A toxic acidic mist is formed, and this mist contains pepsin. Pepsin is an enzyme whose job is to digest protein to the hest meat, and when this mist rises up into your throat, it does not understand that this is your throat. It starts digesting you, your living tissue, your vocal cords, your This is exactly where that endless lump comes from, the one you want to swallow. You are not catching a cold, you are a victim of a chemical attack that you yourself arranged over dinner. Write in the comments right now who among you was diagnosed with chronic pharyngitis that does not go away for years, and how old you are. It is important for me to understand how many of us deceived patients there are here. And do not forget to like the video if you are also tired of treating symptoms instead of the cause. Listen to me further. I have compiled for you a ranking of Trader products. These are the very silent killers of your valve. We will go from simply suspicious to the most dangerous. Listen until first place. There hides something you are used to, considering a symbol of health and calm. In 10th place is soda, any soda at all, even your medicinal mineral water with bubbles. Listen, it's elementary. Gas bubbles inflate your stomach like a soccer ball. The pressure inside increases, and even if your valve is still strong, it simply gives in under this mechanical pressure. 9th place, tomatoes and all sauces based on them. This is pure acid and beautiful red packaging. They do not just relax the valve, they make the stomach contents so caustic that any microgap turns into a fire in the throat. 8th place, fatty fried meat. Oh, our favorite kebab or cutlet. Fat requires a huge amount of time to digest. Food lies in the stomach for 5 to 6 hours, ferments there, and all this time the valve is under colossal pressure. 7th place, citrus fruits. Lemon and tea. It's a classic for a cold, isn't it? But if you have silent reflux, lemon is a detonator. It activates that very pepsin that has already risen into your throat and gives it the command, eat this throat. Lemon does not cure your cold, it finishes off your vocal cords. Listen, friends, I have prepared useful articles and posts for you on the hottest topics on my Telegram channel. After 50, the number of questions does not decrease. How to really help your joints. How not to bring your heart and blood vessels to trouble. And we also talk honestly there about delicate sexual problems, without embarrassment. All of this is in my digital health library. It is absolutely free. The link is in the description, under this video. Go, read, and use it. Start living with quality and intelligence starting today. And also do not forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss new posts. 6th place, hot spices. Capsaicin irritates the mucosa and causes such chaotic contractions of the stomach that literally splash acid upward like a geyser. Listen, it's physics. You yourself create a volcanic eruption inside you. But now we move on to the major league of traders. 5th place, raw onion and garlic. I know, you will say now, Alexander, how can that be? These are phytoncides. This is immunity. Listen to me. Raw onion is a powerful, merciless relaxant of your valve. It contains sulfur-containing compounds that paralyze the sphincter muscle for several hours. Want to cough all night and wake up with a hoarse voice? Eat a salad with raw onion for dinner. That is guaranteed. 4th place, strong coffee. Caffeine is the king of methylxanthines. It orders muscles to relax. If you have a constant lump in your throat, coffee is the last thing that should go into your mouth, especially in the second half of the day. 3rd place, alcohol. Listen, this is a universal solvent. It paralyzes the nerve endings that control your valve. After a shot of cognac for the blood vessels, your stomach is open to an acid draft all night. This is not rest for the body. It is a catastrophe. And now, attention. 2nd place, a real chemical bomb. It contains theobromine, a substance that acts on your valve like heavy anesthesia. Dark chocolate is even more dangerous than milk chocolate, because the concentration of this poison for the sphincter there is many times higher. You eat a piece before bed, open the gates for acid, and finally, 1st place. The most insidious, the kindest enemy. Mint. Yes, yes. Your favorite mint tea that you drink to calm your nerves or improve digestion. Listen, menthol is a powerful muscle relaxant. It completely, do you hear me, completely turns off the tone of your valve. Mint is the #1 cause of nighttime coughing and morning mucus in people over 50. You think you are treating yourself, but in reality you are pouring oil on the fire. Like the video, if you also believed that mint tea is salvation for the stomach, we were all taught that way. But common sense medicine says the opposite. I see that many of you are now in shock. So what should you eat and drink then? Alexander, listen, don't panic. I am a 4th generation doctor. And I am not calling on you to live on water and dry bread alone. Every problem has a solution if approached intelligently. But before we move on to the secret technologies for saving your throat and valve, I want to remind you once again. If you value such a direct, tough, and honest conversation, subscribe to the channel. Here we tear the masks off, healthy habits that are killing us. Click subscribe, click the bell. Your health is your responsibility, and I am here to give you the tools for this fight. Subscribed. Well done. Listen, I want to tell you the story of one of my patients. Let's call him Ivan Sergeyevich, 65 years old. Ekameto, may his voice hoarse, coughing, eyes red. He says, Alexander Leonidovich, bronchitis has worn me out. I take antibiotics, they don't help. I drink a chest herbal mix with mint. It gets worse. I looked at his throat, was bright red, burned. I said, Ivan Sergeyevich, remove mint, remove coffee after lunch, and stop eating onions for dinner. He looked at me like I was crazy, but he listened. 2 weeks later he came back. The cough was gone, his voice cleared, the lump disappeared. It's to me, doctor. I treated bronchitis for 3 years, and all I had to do was stop drinking mint tea. Do you understand? It's elementary. Your body is a perfect machine. You just need to stop putting sticks in its wheels. I will now take a short pause. We have discussed the 5 hidden enemies that paralyze your stomach. You understood how this acidic mist works and why your throat hurts without any cold. This is the base, the foundation. Digest this information. Look into your refrigerator. And next, I will tell you about the Golden List 5 products that, on the contrary, strengthen your valve and help heal the burned mucosa. We will discuss secret replacement technologies, how to drink coffee without burning, and how to eat onions without coughing. And most importantly, I will give you a step-by-step plan. Iron valve for 7 days, which will return your clear voice and calm sleep. When you are ready to continue and learn how to fix your internal guard, just say, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. We work. So, did you rest a bit? Listen to me further. Because now we move on to the most important thing, how to drain this swamp, and make your lazy guard at the entrance to the stomach return to duty. In the first part, we identified the 5 main traitors: mint, chocolate, coffee, alcohol, and raw onion. These are the things that literally paralyze your sphincter. But you should not leave here with the feeling that now you can only have water and dry bread. Listen, I am a doctor, and I know that life should bring pleasure. Otherwise, what is it all for? But pleasure must be smart. I promised you the golden list of products that work the other way around. They strengthen the valve and help heal that very burned mucosa that you tortured for years with acidic mist. Listen, it's elementary. If there are relaxing products, then there are also strengthening products. And in first place on this list is the most ordinary cheap oatmeal, but not the kind in packets with sugar and strawberry flavor. We need rolled oats that must be cooked. Oatmeal jelly or thick porridge is the perfect patch for your esophagus. It coats the walls, creates a protective layer, and does not let pepsin digest your throat. This is the base from which we will start the repair. Write in the comments who among you loves oatmeal for breakfast and who cannot stand it. It is important for us to understand how ready you are for such porridge therapy. Like the video if you also think that oatmeal is food for long livers, not just a boring breakfast. Listen to me very carefully. The second thing on our rescue list is ginger. I know I talked about spicy food in the first part, but ginger is an exception. In moderate doses, it works as a powerful anti-inflammatory agent specifically for the sphincter. It tones the muscle, preventing it from relaxing excessively. A thin slice of ginger added to tea, just not mint tea, is your insurance. And here I will also reveal to you the secret of the alkaline shield. Listen, this is pure chemistry. If you have acid in your stomach, we need to neutralize it, but not with baking soda, which causes a rebound, but with soft alkaline mineral water. Remember, a couple of sips of good alkaline, still water immediately after meals is your fire extinguisher. It washes away acid residues from the valve and soothes the mucosa. It's simple, it's cheap, but it works better than any advertised pills. Now let's figure out how to outsmart our traitors. Listen, I am not a sadist. I understand that for many people, life without coffee is not life. But if you cannot do without it, use my hack. Switch to cold brewing. When coffee is infused in cold water for 10 hours, those aggressive acids that make your stomach go crazy do not come out. And never, do you hear me? Never drink coffee scalding hot. High temperature is an additional factor in relaxing your valve. Drink it warm. The same goes for chocolate. If you absolutely cannot resist, eat a piece in the morning. By evening, the effect of the theobromine that puts your sphincter to sleep will wear off. And at night, you will breathe freely. Listen. It's elementary. We simply redistribute the load. We do not forbid, we negotiate with the body. And regarding onions, I already said it, but I will repeat. Raw onion is poison for the valve. But boiled or baked onion is absolutely safe. Heat destroys the Paralysian essential oils. Want onions? Throw them in a pan or into soup. Now look at me. I want to analyze the mistakes that every second person makes and that negate all treatment. Mistake number 1 is mint gum after meals. Listen, it's a classic. You ate at a restaurant or at home and refreshed your breath. What did you do at that moment? You started chewing, and your brain gave a command to the stomach. The owner is eating, acid. The stomach released a portion of acid into the empty space. And then menthol from the gum came and told your valve, sleep, dear, rest. The valve opened, acid went up. You created heartburn and coughing with your own hands. Forget mint gum. If you need to freshen your mouth, rinse it with water or chew a sprig of parsley. Like the video if you also used to think gum helps digestion. We were deceived by marketers. It's time to return to common sense. Mistake number 2: fruit for dessert after dinner. Oh, this healthy habit of eating an apple or an orange in front of the TV. Listen. Fruits begin to ferment in the stomach, releasing gases. These gases press on your already tired and relaxed valve. Fruit acids mix with gastric juice, and you get the perfect recipe for nighttime suffocation. Fruits are wonderful food, but only until 4 in the afternoon. In the evening, your stomach should rest, not work like a distillery. And mistake number 3: baking soda. Listen to me very carefully. Baking soda is an emergency measure that can be used once a year if things are really bad. But if you drink soda constantly, you destroy your kidneys and provoke the stomach to produce even more acid in response. This is called acid rebound. You put out a fire with gasoline. Stop before it's too late. Listen, did you know that sleeping position is 50% of success in treating silent reflux? If you sleep on your right side, your stomach is higher than your esophagus, and acid simply flows out of it by the law of gravity. Sleep on your left side. In this position, the entrance to the stomach is on top, and it is harder for acid to rise. And never sleep on a flat pillow if you have a lump in your throat. But you should not raise your head, bending your neck and compressing the valve even more. Raise the entire torso, put bricks, or a special wedge under the mattress, so that you lie at a 15-degree angle. Gravity is the best and free doctor. Write in the comments which side you usually sleep on. Let's check our statistics. I see that you are listening very carefully, and that makes me happy. It means you really want change. If you have watched up to this point, and feel that this information is opening your eyes to the true causes of your illness, subscribe to my channel. We do not deal with bureaucracy here. We survive and defeat diseases with logic. Click the subscribe button. This is your investment in calm nights. Subscribed. Now, let's move on to practice. In no good theory, we need results. I have prepared for you the military plan iron valve for the next 7 days. This is your step-by-step instruction on how to return the guard to his post. Days 1 through 3 are a period of total cleanup. Listen, it will be hard, but it is necessary. We completely remove all 5 traitors. No mint, even in toothpaste. No chocolate, no coffee, no alcohol. And no raw onion. Forget about them for 72 hours. Your diet is warm water, chamomile tea, boiled vegetables, oatmeal, and lean meat. Your task is to give the mucosa of the throat and esophagus at least 3 days of rest, without chemical burns. Drink chamomile 3 times a day, astringes and heals. On the evening of the 3rd day, write the phrase in the comments, cleanup completed. Discipline maintained. It is important for me to see your discipline. Days 4 and 5 are the analysis period. Listen to your body. See how you woke up today. Is there that familiar glue in your throat? Has your voice become clearer? Most of my patients notice on the 4th day that the lump has become smaller and breathing has become easier. This means that your valve has begun to regain tone, and the swelling of the larynx has begun to subside. On test days, we introduce the alkaline shield 2 sips of alkaline water after each meal, and we start watching our posture. Do not slouch after eating. Do not compress your valve. Like the video if you notice that the cough has become quieter. This is your first major victory over the disease. Days 6 and 7 are consolidation and testing. We introduce one small indulgence. For example, drink 1 cup of warm coffee in the morning, not on an empty stomach. And watch the reaction. If the lump returns, it means your body is not ready yet. The valve is still too weak. If everything is calm, then we are on the right path. On test days, your task is to train yourself not to eat 3 hours before sleep. This is an iron rule. The stomach must be empty. When you go to bed, write the phrase in the comments, my valve is on duty. This will be our shared mindset for success. Listen to me carefully in conclusion of our long conversation. I am a fourth-generation doctor and I have seen thousands of people who suffered 4 years from chronic bronchitis, sat on inhalers and hormones when all they needed to do was remove mint tea and stop eating chocolate at night. Old age is not the number of years lived. Old age is when you allow your habits to destroy you from the inside without trying to change anything. You deserve to wake up with a clear head and a clean voice. You deserve to breathe deeply, not wheeze. Giving up mint or onions is not a sacrifice. It is your respect for yourself, for your body, which has faithfully served you for decades. Your body is a perfect self-healing mechanism. Stop putting sticks in its wheels. Be smarter than television advertising and stronger than your momentary desires. Remember, there is nothing more valuable than the ability to live a day without fear, without pain, and without that suffocating lump in your throat. In the next video, I will tell you about the golden list of products that not only do no harm but actively restore your esophagus and heal the stomach. You will be surprised how simple and accessible real medicines can be, growing right in your garden. Take care of yourself. Listen to your common sense. Do not believe in magical panaceas. Believe in physiology and in your will to live. Everything is in your hands. Be healthy, live actively, and let your voice sound loud and confident for many, many years. It's elementary. See you in the next episode. This was Dr. Ksenia Novak.